Why your self-image controls your entire life. Most people think they are limited by talent, or intelligence, or opportunity. But according to plastic surgeon and psychologist Maxwell Maltz, none of those things determine your results. Something else does. Something invisible. Something you carry with you every moment of your life. Your self-image. And once it forms, it quietly controls almost everything you do. Here is something strange Maltz noticed while working as a surgeon. Some patients would come in deeply insecure about their appearance. They believed their nose was the reason they lacked confidence. So he performed surgery, and after the operation, something incredible would happen. Their entire personality changed. They became confident, social, successful. But this did not happen to everyone. Some patients received the exact same surgery. Their appearance improved, but nothing changed. They still felt unattractive, still insecure, still avoided people. Objectively, their face had changed, but internally, they were still the same person. This puzzled Maltz, until he realized something important. People do not behave according to reality. They behave according to their self-image. Your self-image is the mental picture you hold of yourself. It is the identity you believe to be true. And once it forms, your mind begins protecting it. Think of it like an internal thermostat. If the temperature in a room rises too high, the thermostat activates and cools the room down. If it drops too low, it heats the room up. Your self-image works the same way. It constantly adjusts your behavior to match the identity you believe about yourself. If you believe you are shy, you will unconsciously avoid situations that contradict that belief. If you believe you are unlucky, you will interpret neutral events as proof that life works against you. If you believe you are not capable of success, you will sabotage opportunities that threaten that belief. Not because you want to fail, but because your mind is trying to stay consistent with the identity it believes is true. This is why people repeat the same patterns in life. They enter similar relationships, make similar mistakes, experience similar outcomes. Their environment changes, but their self-image does not. And the mind will always work to prove itself right. Here is the surprising part. Your brain does not clearly distinguish between real experiences and vividly imagined ones. When you imagine an experience in detail, the brain activates many of the same neural pathways as if it were happening. This is why athletes use visualization. They mentally rehearse performance before it happens. They train the nervous system to accept success as normal. And when success becomes normal internally, it becomes easier externally. Changing your life begins with changing your self-image. But here is the mistake most people make. They try to force behavior first. They tell themselves, I will become confident. I will become disciplined. I will become successful. But the mind resists, because the identity underneath has not changed. Maltz suggested something different. Instead of forcing behavior, start updating the self-image. Visualize yourself acting with the qualities you want. See yourself speaking confidently, making decisions clearly, handling challenges calmly. The goal is not fantasy. The goal is familiarity. When the mind becomes familiar with a new identity, it stops resisting it, and behavior begins adjusting naturally. You do not force the change. You become the kind of person for whom that behavior feels normal. Most people try to change their lives by changing their circumstances. They chase new jobs, new routines, new strategies. But the real control system is internal, your self-image, and it quietly shapes what you attempt, what you avoid, what you believe is possible. If you see yourself as limited, your mind will enforce those limits. But if you begin seeing yourself differently, your behavior starts shifting in ways that once felt impossible. Because the most powerful force in human psychology is not talent, not intelligence, not opportunity. It is identity. And once your identity changes, your life begins changing with it.